me move, you make me dance, you make my heart beat super fast. You lift me up, you make me laugh. Baby, you're the best I ever had. You're the best I ever. You make me move, you make me dance, you make my heart beat super fast. You lift me up, you make me laugh. Baby, you're the best I ever had. You're the best I ever had. You make me move, you make me dance, you make my heart beat super fast. You lift me up, you make me laugh. Baby, you're the best I ever had. You're the best I ever had. You make me move, you make me dance, you make my heart beat super fast. You lift me up, you make me laugh. Baby, you're the best I ever had. You're the best I ever had.
Hello and welcome to IFAR Season 16, not 16, 15. How long a season's been? Sometimes I keep forgetting it is Season 15. Richmond, the penultimate race of the season. Next race next week will be Chicagoland. I, however, will not be there due to I have to close at work that day, so I won't be able to make it home unless, for whatever reason, I don't end up having to close that day or whatever. But yeah, Stephen Gibson on the pole tonight. Got about, I want to say 10 cars. Daniel Scarpolino is going to try to make the field. Wasn't quite able to get his stuff downloaded in time. But hopefully he'll be ready if he ends up racing next with Chicagoland. But yeah. Probably just going to be me in the booth tonight. I think Beal might have had something going on. I didn't want to bother him about it too much, so all good on that front. Last night we had Essex TalhaDevYT ended up on the top there. And NARL, where I believe it was, if I remember right. Man, my brain's fried. I already forgot who won NARL. It was Cole Rodriguez who won NARL. So congrats to those guys on their wins in those days. There's AGG there in the 18. D-Dog Rodriguez, just fresh off a top 5 in OSCC. Just a little bit ago. Joshua Clements, he's back tonight in the number 92. Carson Muya, sporting a throwback to, I believe that's season... I mean, it's a throwback of sort. I want to say to season like 8 or 9 when Connor Hudson used to race here. He hasn't raced here anymore. I think he's been busy working on his YouTube channel, Ellie Productions, putting together some quite fine content. So recommend him. Give him a watch. Maybe a subscriber too. But yeah, little shout out to LA Productions there. AGG. I don't recognize the sponsor on this scheme, but it's a nice scheme nonetheless. William Gregory, he's back tonight in that number 32. TalhaDevYT, last night's winner in Essex here in the 14. Richmond, typically one of his more higher end tracks, so we'll see how if he can rebound on that tonight. I believe that is Sierra Cooper in the 68. Then I got Cheese Food USA. Yeah, we are Charlie Kirk or something. I don't know. Something like that. Gino Benoni, he is guns a-blazing, as you can see on the side of his card, sporting the Benoni Crime Syndicate, Benoni National Crime Syndicate to be more specific, here tonight at Richmond. And he is out for blood. 36 points back from the points leader, with just one last race left in the season. It would take an absolute miracle for that 24 card end up with the title. However, he is not mathematically ineligible quite yet. So he would definitely need quite a high attendance tonight, which he did not quite get. So is what it is on that front. Regardless, it is race time. And you know what? I forgot to set up my pit road cams. That's okay. Just gonna go ahead and get in and out of my car. There we go. See, the neat part about not qualifying is that you can't really start on pole. It just doesn't happen. Look at all these fans. Look at all these fat chuds. Look at that. One's got a Cheese Food USA hat on, sporting the brand, man. That's good stuff. And they got the command for the field here tonight. They're currently behind this big fat scoring pylon in the middle of the track that is incorrect. The 18 is not leading. Actually, the guy in the 18 sucks. I'm joking. But yeah, front row, Stephen Gibson and AGG, Alexander Gonzalez-Greene. Row 2 is the 92, Joshua Clements and Gino Benoni. Then Victor Delgado III, TalhaDevYT. We are green flag here at Richmond. I have no idea if my ticker's even set up right. I feel like it went... Yep. Is it just me or does it feel like that went kind of fast? Maybe I just kind of rolled into it too quick. Anyway, Stephen Gibson with a solid launch. I need to actually fix the friggin' ticker. Thankfully, I think I can just do it from OBS Blade. Make it real quick. Apologies for that. Hopefully the lap count's not absurd. It is absurd. I'm going to have to reset it. Alright, gonna pause real quick. Just reset that. It's going to bug me. There we go. That should show just fine. Stand line work together. This is a short track. Drafting is not a factor. If you think it is a factor, please seek help. Professional help at that. We have 120 laps tonight. I would tell you the projected laps, but all I have to say on that is it's a number I have come across lately, and I think you can kind of go ahead and assume that number there. I'm just kind of going to leave it unnamed for now. Battle for third, Gino Benoni getting around 92, Joshua Clements here early in the running. 120 laps, like I said, so with that, we'll just round it up to 70 for the sake of everyone's sanity. We'll say... I'm bad at math, so I'll say like 70 to 70 is like 140, so I think a two-stopper here tonight. And there's some gap for some strategy, so interesting to see how that will play out. We've been here a couple seasons before. I remember last season, I think we had like a three-wide battle for second at one point. There's been so many. I think there was like a couple Richmond races we've done in the past. But tonight gonna be not really a lot different, to be honest. Got 11 in the field tonight, about the amount we had last season, I think, something like that. So hopefully it all goes well. But yeah, Stephen Gibson in the lead, got the fastest lap, ended up with the pole position right now. pushing a little bit harder in that 18 car. We'll just have to see where that dividends towards the end of this run. Remember, he won last week at Nashville Super Speedway. I believe it being his first IFAR win. And tonight he's trying to roll that momentum in and try to get back-to-back wins. We'll have to see if that happens or not. AGG 36 points to the guy in second. That is Gino Benoni right behind him for the championship for season 15. I'm going to say he probably about has it locked up after tonight. I would be surprised if he doesn't. So we'll keep an eye on that. But pretty much the points battle is gone down to that. And like I said, Gino Benoni came in, coming in guns blazing tonight, already in P3. We've seen him really good at the short tracks at Martinsville. Last week did not get a good finish. Had some things not quite go his way. Didn't quite get the finish he was wanting. So has a chance to maybe try and have a better race here tonight. Joshua Clements had a quiet race last week. Ended up in third after that event. Stayed up with the leaders the whole time. Tonight he's looks like he's gonna play a little bit easier here into this first run. Might pay out in the later half. So we'll have to see where Josh ends up at the end of this stint. But right now, running P4. P5 right now, Garson Muyung has had a pretty solid season. Was running third in points for a solid bit. I think he's still there. I don't really know for sure. It looks like someone might have had some wheel spin there on the bottom of the track. I'm going to assume that is a 68, considering they're the only car more than 10 seconds back from the leader. But Garson currently leading this little train here of cars that I assume are saving their stuff for the end of this run. So far, so good for that 70 car. TalhaDevYT in the 14. Running P6 right now, just holding on to what he's got. I think he's thinking about long run as well. Trying to put himself in a good position towards the end of this. D-Dog Dan just fresh off a top 5 in OSCC just a few minutes back. And he's currently running P7. We'll also have to see where he ends up on this. Or not too much to note. Victor Delgado the third running P8. That 12 car has had some stellar runs here and there. Has definitely flipped the strategy a time or two just to try to see what works and what doesn't, especially at the intermediate tracks. So far tonight, looking pretty clean, that 12 car. Running in ninth, that is William Gregory. I believe he's a rookie. I'm not really sure. I think this is like first season here. So far, he's been running pretty clean. Also, just fresh off of X6, or not S6, OSCC. Actually, no, he was fresh off of X6 as well last night. So, I don't exactly remember where he finished in those races, but so far tonight, running P9, just kind of running with these guys, seeing what they got. Maybe learn a thing or two. We'll have to see how he does. Running in the 10th position, that is Dylan Negron in the 90. Like that car might have seen the wall a couple times. But right now, he's just running his own race. So far, still in the lead lap. Lead has not changed much. I believe is 68 car still even in the race? No, the 68 car of T.R. Cooper has retired first time out of the race, and we are not even in the lap 20 quite yet. So only 10 cars remain. So if you're running here just to get a top 10, if for whatever reason you need a DNF right now, you can go ahead and get a free top 10 if you'd like. But other than that, it is now down to strategy and just executing when you feel like you need to. And it's like finding that right level of push. See AGG starting to catch up to that 51 a little bit here each and every lap as this run goes on. Granted, we got about 60, I'm not going to say that number, but 66-ish or 68 laps on fuel. Probably more so to the 66, so probably pit around then. And heck, I could probably see pitting around lap 60 being a viable option as well, maybe even a tad bit earlier, but I think that would be pushing the envelope on being in position to get a good finish. Granted, guaranteed a top 10 either way, but still, that same mentality still sticks. Now, as I was saying, that 18 was starting to catch that 51 a little bit. Keyword a little bit. You don't want to make huge gains right now, considering how early in the run it is. Because, you know, cook your stuff more doing it. So it's just, you know, those little just bits of execution in the corners. Keeping it like maybe one or two corners you might slide a little bit more than the other, and that could make, honestly, a big difference here on how this race goes. Is Gino's starting to fall back a little bit, might have pushed stuff a bit much. So he's currently just chilling right there. Josh has kind of stayed about the same. It lost a little bit of time, nothing too crazy. I don't think they're looking for anything too crazy tonight either, so just running their own race. D-Dog Rodriguez, the double DOG. D-Dog Dan up to 6th, getting around Talha. Talha might have cooked his stuff up a bit much, or maybe these guys have turned on the air fryers, looking to. Did I say air fryers? I said air fryers. Turn on the air fryers, turn on the jets, and just kind of start, you know, going a little bit more now. See if they get towards the end of the run. But yeah, pretty quiet right now. Everybody just holding their own pace, trying to find that golden ratio of where they need to be. Oh, look, the pace car. Gregory's fallen off a little bit. However, Dylan Negron, despite looks like he's pounding the wall quite a bit here, he's catching up a tidbit. Not a lot, but he's catching up a tidbit. So we'll see. Maybe I have a battle here for this last spot on the track. And at the moment, aside from our one and only DNF of Sierra Cooper, everybody's still on the lead lap. And that 18 inching closer every little bit, corner by corner, lap by lap. And that 51 just trying to hold his own. I think it's really the best he can do right now. Try to push, get that gap, but sometimes it might cost you in the end. 18 ran right on that yellow line in 3 and 4. 51 got a better exit, however, that might have been a bit more heat to his tires. We'll have to see. And we got any other battles in the field right now? Gino's chilling 3rd still. Not really seeing a lot. We still got this bunch of cars. It's like 5th through 6, 8, 9. So 5th through 9th. Dylan kind of stagnated a little bit in 10th. Still in the lead lap. I can tell he's struggling a little bit based on how much damage is on the side of that thing. But this battle for the lead is starting to cook up a little bit. It looks like just a bit of 18. It's in it a little deep there, just making it stick really well. Able to get that smooth entry and exit. The faster line right on that yellow line. Got off a little early there. Yeah, right now just coming to those little pieces of just little maneuvers right now. That's currently this battle for the lead. They're not big time close, but I think AGG is thinking about here soon. Gonna probably start thinking about getting around him. Might have had a higher entry with the wake. We'll have to see if that affects him or not. I don't imagine it'll be a huge factor. But other than that, really the only battle on the track is this little battle for the lead that's slowly cooking up, and Dylan Negron has went ahead and called it the pit road. I can't find him, shoot. And every time I scroll car, he's the opposite car I want. Oh, he might have. Did he call it? Oh, he called it. Okay, never mind. So now down to 9 cars. And the last running car now is William Gregory, who just got the wall off of 2. And we got a battle here for P6. TalhaDevYT's trying to get that spot back from D-Dog Dan. And it looks like Joshua Clements has gotten around Gino Benoni as Gino's cooked up his stuff a little bit more. Josh is still holding a pretty fair distance between him and these two guys up front, who are still kind of like a gridlock battle, I guess. Not really gridlock, but more so just kind of like a game of how far you want to push it in the corner and how much you want to cook your tires doing it, you know. But yeah, these two are definitely really, really close right now and where they want to be. And they got we still got about, we're about still a little past halfway through the fuel run. Still some time until we have to worry about that. D-Dog Dan in the wall off of 2. Here comes Victor Delgado the third for P7. Oh, Dan's a little loose on the exit. And Victor is going to clear in the middle of turn 2. TalhaDevYT, he's going to try to get around the 70 car. 70 is going to take a little bit of a higher entry, try to cut him off on entry. Not quite. Oh, a little loose on exit on the top. Talha holds onto it, but gave him a little too much room. But he's going to try again here into turn 1. Going to get a better arc in the corner here. And clear off of turn 2. TalhaDevYT's up to 5th place now. Meanwhile, this battle for the lead is still, oh, he's almost there. This battle for the lead is, it's not like aggressive. It's just like, all right, I'm faster, you're slower. I'm gonna try to kind of get around you here. Nothing too crazy. Just being smooth about it. And that's basically what they're aiming for. Meanwhile, Josh, I'm not really going to say he's catching. I think he's really just kind of stabilized at about 3 seconds back, or 4 seconds back from the leaders. Hasn't really gained or lost much. Gino kind of stagnating a little bit as well. Oh, Steven's in the wall. That might be the difference. AGG's going to wait. Doesn't want to gamble too much at the moment. Oh, and Steven's going to get a worse exit here. Oh, he's a little loose. Holds on to it. Ooh. Wow. Really close on the braking there. I thought he was going to hit him. Yeah, they're really trying not to kill each other right now. Or, well, not trying not to kill each other, but they're racing each other close and hard right now. And it looks like the move's going to wait a little bit longer. Oh, he's going to try higher entry, maybe try to undercut him on the exit. Get that better run down going for turn 3. Steven's going to kind of do a little bit of a half block there. Maybe that's just my camera angle deceiving me. I think it was more so that. Oh, AGG's going to get a solid exit here. Yeah, I would go away from him. I don't think there's any other battles on the track. Gino has fallen back considerably. Victor... Oh, Gino's fallen back to 8th. What happened to Gino? I think he might have spun somewhere in that little thing. Here comes AGG for the lead in turn 1. He's going to take that higher entry to make sure that 51 doesn't try to pinch him too hard. He's going to pinch him anyway. Get that smoother exit on the bottom. 51 oh so loose on the exit. Holds on to it. New leader, 18, Alexander Gonzalez-Greene. Lap 44, come to 45. It looks like Victor Delgado III has actually fallen out of the server. So he is now currently the last scored car. 3 laps down. Gino Benoni a lap down. I'm not so sure he wasn't pitting. I will go ahead and check to see if maybe I missed something with the 24. Let's see, he's 4th here. 4th, 8th. Okay, yeah, he pit, alright. Unless something caused him to pit. Yeah, what caused him to pit? Did he just pit just, on strategy, or is he thinking? Nah, he just pit on strategy. All right, so he pit a little bit earlier, and I think is going to be the best option. Joshua Clemens' pit. I don't know. I think these guys might know something I don't. Yeah, that 51's in pit road now. All right, they definitely know something I do not know. That 20, or not that 20, the 18 is going to extend it, which I think is going to be the optimal strategy here, extending this to where you're going to have better tires for the end, but only time's going to tell on that front. So with that, the 14 has been promoted to third. 92 with fresher tires going around Victor and Gino here, who are laps down. Actually, I think Josh also kind of actually on the same strategy as Gino here, so let's see how that goes. Gibson, he's going to come out of pit road just in front of those guys. Talha Aziz, now up to second, has a whole lap on those other guys. Garson Moyoung and Daniel Rodriguez in the 20 have also yet to pit. William Gregory, I believe, also already pit. And he is currently 2 laps down. As AGG is still just extending this first run, which I still think is a better strategy, but everyone else trying something different. I think that's, I respect that move. If you don't try it, you never know if it's going to work. So yeah, I was just going to have to see where these guys file back in once that 18 car has made his pit stop. And I imagine most positions are going to be fairly close to being the same, as Gino currently did get her back around that 92. Both of them hit the wall off of 2. Here comes Victor Delgado third, not for position, getting around that 14. Does have fresher tires, 3 laps down. That 12 car. Right now, not a lot of battles for position, except for the 70, 14, 20, and then the 92 and 24. And that 51 is kind of pulling away right now. Ooh, a little bit of slide up by the 24. It's going to open that bottom up for Josh Clemens to try to get around him. Josh is going to be a little bit more patient. Yeah, meanwhile, that is pretty much the only battle on track. The 18 still staying out, along with the 14, 70, and 20. They are going for making it to the end of their fuel run. These other guys kind of cutting it a little bit closer. Now, I'm thinking the optimal time to pit would probably be around lap 60. That's what I'm thinking. You get the most out of your stuff. Maybe not lap 60, like lap 62, 63, something like that maybe. That's what I would do personally, but I don't know. I'm not gonna sit here and say that's the right strategy either, because strategy has not really been my forte. 92 going for the 24 in turn 1. This is for 6th place. But eventually may end up being 3rd place. And he clears off of 4. So when is halfway? Lap 60. We are getting close to that point right now. Not quite there, but almost halfway. Yeah, so you pit lap 60. That is halfway. So yeah, that would definitely be, I think, the right call. But some of these guys taking are going for the 2-stopper. So, let's see how that goes, because I remember, I think last season they did something similar, and it didn't quite work out, but I think that race was also like a bit shorter than this. I could be wrong. I'm not sure. Again, not too good with that strategy, Mathis. The 51 is Stephen Gibson. He's going to try to catch up to this 18, get his lap back. Not for position at the moment. Next car to go lap down is D-Dog Dan in 4th. 19 seconds from the leader. AGG's knowing he's got a bigger fish to fry at the moment with the strategy game, so I was going to let that 51 go right on by. He's going to shift here, and he's going to go ahead and bring it down to pit road right at the middle point of the race, maximizing that run with the tires and maximizing the run with the next set of tires, and this time with a bit more of a gap. Doesn't have to worry about pushing as much, or well, not with a gap, but he has, I don't know, maybe I shouldn't have said that. Like I said, I'm not good with strategy, so I think I'm probably just same thing he did that first run. And I think he'll end up probably with the lead at the end of it. And everybody else goes in pit road as well. Garson is actually going to gamble a little bit here. He's going to go ahead and try to bring it in maybe a lap later here. And get a little leg up on tires towards the end of the run. Very slight leg up, but we'll see. We'll see what he does with it. So this will allow, I believe, the 51 of Stephen Gibson to inherit the lead for the time being. As the 18 is coming out of pit road, and I believe he's going to stay on the lead lap here. And these guys, see, they pit around lap 45. If I had to guess, they'll probably pit again around lap 90, maybe lap 88, something like that. Just throwing a guess out there. I don't really know their call on that, but we'll see. We got any battles going on right now? Nope. And it looks like something may have happened to D-Dog. Still on pit road. He may have sped or something. I'm not sure, but he came in with TalhaDevYT and did definitely not come out with TalhaDevYT. Garson, you know, he's on a beat of his own drum. Did not lose too much time to Talha, so we'll have to see where that ends up for him. But I think something happened to D-Dog, so he's currently 2 laps down now. And I think Victor is off sequence, 2 laps down as well. He's going to probably just be running this race, hope for a yellow or 2. Try to see if he can get back into it. But so far, caution free. We're past halfway. And Stephen Gibson is holding firm in the lead. With the 92 of Joshua Clements. Also on that, I believe it's going to end up being a 2-stopper strategy. We'll have to see where that puts these guys. Junior also still lurking back there as well. Time loss not quite the same we were seeing in the first run. I think some of that is just these guys figuring out their ways they're going to run this track a bit differently. There's William Gregory. I think he's having an alright night. Has pounded down the wall a couple times, but to be fair, who hasn't done that in their time in NR2003 online racing? Currently running P5 with the strategy. Just TalhaDevYT is running there behind him on a similar strategy. I think that's 60, or not 60, 32, I think was like the last car with the 2-stopper strat. So we'll have to see where he ends up. Yeah, we got like 9 different strat. I don't know. I say 9. We got like 8 different strategies going here. I guess 3 now, or not 8, 7 now, considering D-Dog had something happen to him. I think he might have had a long stop, might have had to go get something, get him a monster or something, I don't know. Something like that, but he is currently in P9. Gonna have to hope for a yellow to come his way and put himself back in contention for something here tonight. Maybe someone else having some bad strategy. Meanwhile, where is AGG? I don't want to look at the pace car. I want to look at AGG. He's currently in 4th already. Again, you got to remember he did not lose a lap in that exchange. And these guys are going to end up pitting again soon. As the 18. Yeah, he's about 13 seconds back from the leader. And so far, firm still, Steven is. This time, you know, this run, not as much pressure from the 18 specifically for that spot as they did in the first stint. However, that could give you a little bit too much fear. Like, hey, maybe I can push more, end up having worse off tires, or maybe not push enough, lose too much time. All comes down to that balance. And also, timing your pit stop is going to be crucial here for Steven, as I'm pretty sure they're going to have to pit one more time. And there's Garson there in 7th. And it looks like probably a net loss, I'm thinking right now, between him and Tal, unless, I don't know, that tire differentiation. I mean, there's a gap there. It's a bit bigger than what I thought it was going to end up being at this point. So we'll just have to see where those guys end up. Victor on a different beat of a drum. Pace car, he's not got any strategy. He's just sitting there chilling. Eating a hot dog or something, I don't know. But yeah, it's just right now coming down to where you want to put yourself into this race. And it's just strategy, strategy, strategy. So I said it 3 times too fast. I can't even speak. But Josh is catching up to Gibson here. This is for position for the lead. Josh wants to be that lead car when they come down to make that second stop. Yeah, I can hear his tires squealing in the corner as he's pushing. And with the two-stopper strategy, you know, you push all you want. That's at your discretion. It's not pushing hard enough. You do the two-stopper strategy. It's gonna bite you in the rear. And that 92 did not have a good corner. Then a 51 had an even worse corner exit. Had got in the wall a little bit. Yeah, these two are pushing. And Gibson knows that you know, you don't want to let that lead go. That, you know, leader dictates the pace of the race for the most part. And you know, that lead spot, it can mean something. You let that spot go now, you know, it might end up costing you later. So he's thinking right now this may end up being the battle for potentially the win at the end of this. We'll just have to see. Let's see, let's see, Garson, he's in 7th still. Losing time to TalhaDevYT at the moment, as William Gregory's fallen, I believe, to 6th. Talha up to 5th now. He's actually just been following AGG. I think that's really just his best bet right now, because these guys are on the same strategy. The only problem is he had to push a bit more to catch up to that 18. I don't imagine he's going to be able to keep that gap as close towards the end of this race. But you know, if he can keep himself out of harm's way and kind of keep those tires a little bit cooler, might not be too cooked. We'll have to see. Gino Benoit, he's going to make his second stop. Is he the first down? I think so, yeah. Josh and Steven have yet to pit, and they're still kind of neck and neck right now, figuring out, oh, Steven's in the wall again. Here comes Josh. He's going to dive it in, but the 51's going to dive it in just as much, and Josh is going to go ahead and pit. And remember, Steven, he did stay out a lap longer than these guys. Last time he did that second stop as well. And, you know, you're on the limbo of two things. You know, if you pit too early, you might cook up your tires too much before you catch them. If you pit too late, you might run out of time. And it's just finding that fine balance. And even if this is the optimal strategy, it all comes down to that. Yeah, but battle for what may end up being the lead here for end of this run. AGG, TalhaDevYT. Again, I think Talha had to push a bit more to get this gap back, as he was, I think, 10 seconds back from the 18, something like that. And he's rounded down to about, shoot, I don't know. Wait, is he even on the lead lap? I'm gonna feel stupid here. He's not even on the lead lap. Man, look at me. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Man, I feel so stupid. I mean, he's still 3rd. Don't get me wrong. but he's a whole lap behind on strategy. So going back into this, he's going to be a lap down from the 18 regardless. But everyone else is a lap down as well. But they're going to have a full head of steam. I don't believe that that 92 is already pit. The 51, I don't think he's pit yet. I mean, I feel kind of stupid thinking Talha was, right there with the battle to 18. No, he's a whole lap down. He's still, like, position-wise the same place, but it's a whole lap difference between those two. I'll get it figured out one of these days. Yeah, waiting on that 51 to pit, and at this point, I was saying about lap 88, lap 90 would be that optimal point. I think he's shooting for that. These guys, I think, we're going to undercut their undercut a little bit. But Gino, Josh, maybe not as much. I don't know, granted it was like a lap difference, but I mean, I think their tires will last for sure, and it's not like a huge little gamble. I just don't know if it'll be the optimal way to go. We'll have to see. He's still staying out. Not quite. The windows. Oh, he's got the warp thing going. All right, he's back. He's back. He's good. He's good. All right, yeah, that 18 car. And I believe what is going to end up, these two have caught back up to each other. 51, I think, is going to have to pit again. 18, I don't think he does. So I'm thinking it's probably going to be one of those too little too late kind of deals at this point. I don't know. I mean, we're still going to have some laps to go, but only 30 to go at the line here. So I don't think you're going to gain that much time in 30 laps, no matter how hard you push. So I think a 51 might have cooked himself. See, look, here I was thinking, this might be the optimal strategy, right? Nah, I don't know. Maybe it is. I really am not good on figuring out that strategy stuff. Or at least not the whole way around it. I can see like face value, but anything past that is just, I don't know idea. He's going to go ahead and bring it down right before that 18 can get up to him, which, I mean, I wouldn't have done it any later than that. It may already be too late. Only time will tell. Maybe he knows something I don't. Alexander Gonzalez-Greene to the point once again, and I think is going to set everything back kind of to normal here to what we had in that first run, so now I can kind of get an idea of where everybody's going to end up being. So Gibson's going to be a lap down. Josh is a lap down. Everybody is going to be a lap down to the leader here. I think except for that 51 car. Only car that I think is not going to go a lap down to the leader here. And, you make see about 22 seconds is his fastest time, or not 20, yeah, 22 seconds is his fastest time. Can he gain 22 seconds in less than 30 laps? I'm not going to bet on it. Well, you know what? He might. He might. We got to factor in traffic as well. Here comes that 20, or not 22 to 12, and Victor Delgado the third. Catching. Josh is going to try to come up here and get a lap back. AGG running a defensive line. Try to trap him a lap down, and now 3 cars on the lead lap. Gino Bononi there in 4th. Trying to get up to Talha in 3rd. Talha, again with that 1-stopper. Gino on the 2-stopper. So Gino's probably going to catch him a little bit here. But I'm going to look at that 51 car. He's going to have to be flying to get any of that time back. He just set his fastest lap here a little bit ago. Just ran a 22 flat. He's going to be gunning to catch up to these guys in 6th place. We'll see how far he can go. I just don't imagine with this traffic he's going to be able to gain enough time to catch that 18 car. I don't know. Let's see that. Let's see his lap times. Where is he at? Running. I just don't think there was enough time. I mean, he's gaining about a second a lap, but that's, you know, that 18. I think he can just turn on the jets a little bit, and you know, he's got a gap. He can, you know, turn on the jets just a little bit. Maybe not cook up his tires too bad. I think he's got the advantage here for sure. But 51 might be able to catch up to something here. You know what? I'm entirely wrong. He's a lap down. I thought he stayed on the lap. You know, I did it again. I thought he was. I'm telling you, man, these strategies just throw me all for a loop. Yeah, no, 18. I mean, there's no way that 18 don't got it at this point. Now that I look at the counters now, yeah, that 51 shot himself in the foot. Holy. That's about what I was thinking originally, anyway. But for some reason, I thought he came out on the lead lap. No, he came out a lap down. He might get up to 3rd, maybe 2nd, but the lead is. I mean, 18's got such a huge gap. He's lapped all but Josh with 20 to go now. It's holy. There's Gino, he's starting to catch up. Already got around Talha for position. He's going to get a lap back here. He's up to 3rd. Just getting this thing wound down to the finish. It has been a long race, 100 laps so far. I don't know, it feels long because there's just not a lot of cars, not a lot of competition at the moment. Everybody's been single file since I think about lap 6 or 8. Yeah, there's Steven. He's going to try to get his lap back. He might have Gino on his sights here before too long for that 3rd spot. Yeah, other than that, quiet racetrack. Everybody is, I'm pretty sure, good to the end, unless maybe someone blows a tire or something. I don't see anything else happening beyond this point. Yeah, he's setting his sights on Gino once he's past that 18 car. D-Dog has recovered so far up to 7th. We'll see if that sticks. He's got to worry about 32 and the 12, but I think at the moment he's got the upper hand on those guys. Josh, just he's running about 6/10 off his quickest. He is gaining a bit on AGG, but definitely not enough time to really put anything together for the win, I don't imagine. Unless the 18 starts dropping off a little bit more than what he is now, but he has not really lost a lot of time. He's only about 6/10 slower from when Steven pit. And he's only about 1.5-ish off his fastest. And I know he does not have a fast lap. I'm going to guess Gibson has a fast lap. And I'm right. Yeah, that 21.9. The only car in the field with a 21 second bracket on the lap time. 10 to go next time by. 32 William Gregory still holding on in 8th. So that'll be interesting. Yeah, other than that, the only battle I'm seeing really brewing here, you see Garson's falling back still. He might have something for Talha here. That gap still about stayed the same, so I don't know if that's going to have anything happen with that. I honestly doubt it. But really the big battle I think right now is for P3, and that's 51 and 24. Yeah, I imagine that 51 might be beating himself up after this race. Had a solid upper hand, but I think really the call he was going for is the win. Oh, Gino's loose in front of him. He's going to do that block. Gibson's not taking it. Does a bit of a slide in. Makes it stick. He's got P3. Can he catch Josh? Nah, it's not happening. No, it's just not going to happen. I'm sorry. I think that gap's a bit much. Josh is still kind of catching AGG, but still not enough time to catch him for the race win. But he's within 10 seconds as we are approaching 5 to go here in a couple laps. Point of return, I believe, is 4 to go. We will end up going caution-free, which sometimes is a common occurrence here in this league. Just depends on the race, the track, and the players. And so far, flag to flag with this one. Had a few lead changes though. Strategy has been quite interesting and confusing for me. I'll get it figured out one of these days. I know I keep saying that. Honestly, I might just keep saying that and thinking something will figure it out, but might not. We'll have to see. And coming to 5 to go this time around, Alexander Gonzalez-Greene. Just going with the one-stopper, and Josh Clements really the only guy on the two-stopper to really make anything of it. He's gaining a lot. It's just, I'm really certain there's just not enough time. As we come to the line here, these laps are crunching down. I mean, if you're the 92, maybe you can say, oh yeah, maybe pit a couple laps earlier, but then again, you might have just cooked your stuff a bit too early anyway. I don't know. Lap times are pretty slow from that 18, however, so he's still losing time. Almost 2 seconds slower at this point. He's losing about a 1/10 slower this time by. 3 to go. Josh is just really starting to catch. I still don't think there's enough time, but I am impressed with how much he has caught up nonetheless. 2 to go at the stripe. Yeah, just another 1/10 slower there by the 18. I think the tire might really be on its last leg here. Coming to the white flag this time around. AGG really slow, and you kind of see that 92 a little bit in the camera frames. Honestly, he might have just been a couple laps short of winning this thing. Yeah, he's going to nurse this sucker a bit, another 1/10 slower. Josh, you could see him. Heck, he might only needed 2 more laps. Just a little shy. Did not think he was going to come this close. Tires just too cooked. Gained quite a bit there. Might have put this under 2 seconds. And Alexander Gonzalez-Greene wins it here at Richmond. What's the gap? Almost. He just needed a couple more laps. He would have got him. That's crazy to think about. He might have just ran out of gas, that 18 car. I don't know, unless he's clutching to the line to save gas for his burnout. I don't know if he has any gas to do the burnout, but yep. Never mind, he does. He was just saving so he could have gas to do the burnout. There he goes. I think he just ran out. He got a little bit in. Better than nothing. And he's going to park it right there, and that is done deal. A little bit of weeble wobble weeble there. All good. All right. I definitely would not be shocked if we did not have any post-race interviews on that. It was pretty tame race, to say the least. But Josh definitely had something for him there. Just a little shy of being able to quite hit it on the nose. Let's see if we can get something a little bit cleaner here. There we go. That should look good. That looks all right. Checkered on that. All right. Go ahead and bring it over to our post-race show, and we'll bring in Joshua Clemens. Looks like the first guy in the chat.
Buddy was moved to your channel.
Howdy, Mr. Joshua Clements, P2. I bet you're wondering. I think if you had 2 more laps, you would have got him.
If I had 1 lap, I would have got him.
Yeah, probably 1 lap.
I would have always scared him. Ugh, I don't know. Yeah. I'm thinking where I could get 1.2 seconds at the whole race, and there's many options, so it's very unfortunate.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it just comes down to those little mistakes or little, like maybe pitting a lap earlier or something. I don't know if pitting a lap earlier would have did it. I don't know if you would have like cooked your tires too much or something, but yeah, that was a lot closer than what I was thinking it was going to be. I seen you were starting to catch, and I was like, shoot, Josh might have something here, and just a little too short, but you definitely put together something there to try to have something for AGG there.
Yeah, I did the best I could. Yeah, I just didn't. Yeah, I can't get it to when I was at full fuel. Like I got a lot faster throughout the race because I was under fuel in the car, and that really helped the rear end be more stable. Because my first run, I mean, I was probably being a little bit more conservative because I was thinking going in 1 stop would be quicker because it was last season. I didn't think the 5-mile-an-hour pit road would make that much of a difference. But I went in with that, and then I just lost, like, my rear tires just blew off the car. So I was like, okay, let me underfuel it a little bit, get a little bit of rear weight gone, and that really helped. Really helped the speed. But yeah, like I lost, 3 seconds that first stint. The 3 seconds would have got me the win, and then I think, if I didn't have that, then I wouldn't have been battling at the start of that second stint, and that could have saved a second. Just a lot of little things, but I mean, I got fortunate on that last one that I had mostly clean air and could get around lappers very, very quickly. So, it all averages out, I guess. But yeah, it sucks. It's the second time this season where made the extra pit stop, was needed 1 more second in order to win. So is what it is.
Yeah, well, you had a good race nonetheless. You played it clean, and you just basically did what you needed to execute, just a little short. You got any last statements before I go ahead and let you
go? Yeah, I guess it was good to see like a double digit turnout to Richmond. That's really cool, and hopefully we can end the season strong next week at Chicagoland. Congrats to Alex on wrapping up the championship week early. Obviously phenomenal season and quite annoying, but hopefully we can come next week in Chicagoland and get a win to cap the season off. So.
Right. I will say I probably won't be there next week. I do got to close that day, so yeah, I'll probably be missing that, unfortunately. Dang. Shoot, man. I'm losing my
One
job.
this day you're fired.
Dang. Man,
Yeah.
I can't keep more than one job, right?
Well,
It's
to
kind
anyone
of getting
watching,
crazy.
we'll have a race next week, and then I think the next season will start up hopefully pretty soon, and hopefully that will also be podcasted. So,
Yeah.
to anyone willing to join, feel free. We can. Is there a link in the description?
I can put one in. Yeah,
That would be cool.
yeah, I could just put a link in.
Yeah, it's open now, so
Yeah.
you can.
I
That
could
would be
also,
awesome. Thank you.
yeah, I could also put it in the Cheese Food Discord. I have a little tab I made for like NR leagues that might be affiliated, but I kind of hesitated to do that because I didn't know if any leagues wanted to be advertised in there or not. But if that's all good with you, I can put it in there.
Yeah, it should be fine.
Okay.
So,
All right.
sounds
Sounds good. Well, congrats on the podium and good luck next week.
Thank you.
All right, let's go ahead and bring
Buddy
in
left your channel.
TalhaDevYT. Top got fifth. I think he ran a pretty good race. Let's go ahead and see how he's doing.
User was moved to your channel.
Mr. TalhaDevYT. Top 5. Looked like you had a pretty solid race. Nothing too crazy. Just executed, did what you needed to. What was your thoughts on that race overall?
I forgot how tiring Richmond can be. Damn. Like, Richmond can be really tiring, especially when it's like a longer race. But yeah, I'm happy with that run. I mean, I tried to stop last season and it didn't work too great for me. But it seems to have worked out well for me today. I obviously not to the level it worked for Alex, but it still worked out well. I think if I tried to stop, I probably would have been like 7th or 8th or around that range or something like that. So I'll definitely still take it, especially after, you know, the last few races being a bit painful. Yeah, just solid race by me.
Yeah. Probably won't be here to broadcast for the finale. I got work that evening. I actually just got fired from my broadcasting by Josh. So yeah. Oh,
And you
well.
got fired by Josh finally used his admin power. He used it on the poor broadcaster, man.
Yeah, man. I'm friggin' just going for the minorities, bro. Like that's crazy. That's like some crazy activity.
Oh,
But
now you want to admit you're a minority. Okay, then.
it's not like that. I'm not. Oh my gosh.
Zach, respectfully, you walked right into that one.
Man, my brain's been melting. I've been trying to figure out strategy this whole race. I'll be thinking one dude's doing one thing, and then I'll double think myself and say, like, shoot, well maybe they're not doing that, and then they end up doing the first thing I thought originally, and then I feel stupid for thinking they were doing anything otherwise. And yeah,
Still, could be worse.
like heck, I thought you were like catching up to AGG for position there, like, and then like, oh shoot, he's a lap down.
No.
Not the
I
same
wish
with
I
Gibson.
was. No, I was just trying to see what he was doing, which, like, the line he was taking was, like, he was, like, sliding all the way around a corner, basically. He was, like, being way more aggressive than I was, but,
Yeah, I have a really weird comparison that I'm gonna make to that. There's this car that came out recently in Hill Climb Racing 2 called the Glider, and like the way he was going through the corners, it kind of reminded me of
that's
he's
what,
like gliding
Gibson
in, you know.
Yeah, that's like what Josh, Gibson, and Gino were basically doing. Like the two-stop guys were doing basically. Well,
Yeah.
the two-stop guys and Alex, I meant. But and then like, yeah, a lot of people were I was trying to glide mainly because of the fact that like it's more or less I don't want to spin because it's so easy to spin here. There was one lap like I was already like way into the front stretch, full throttle, and then it nearly snapped on me. I nearly spun out, and it would have been really embarrassing to self-spin in the middle of the front stretch if that actually went through. Thankfully it didn't. I hung on to it, but boy, it was a handful in the long run for sure.
Yeah, that was definitely something.
Let's
Well,
see.
I don't got any other questions for you, unless you got any other statements.
I don't know if I have any other statements. I'm just looking at the points right now after. Yeah, I think the title's locked up already.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, Josh just confirmed that.
There's a really tight battle for third in points between Steven and Josh. Cole is chilling in 5th.
Who's in second?
And then Gino.
Ah, okay.
I think. Okay, no, don't finish second. Gino finished third in points last season. Right. I thought
Something like
Gino. I thought it was gonna be like 2 seasons in a row. Gino finished runner up or something like that. What's it called? And then there's a type battle for 6 in points between me, Victor, and Lyle.
that.
Um, you know, thank you for Lyle for taking the week off because he's afraid of Richmond and stuff. Even though, to be fair,
Did he have like a NASCAR Heat League going on today or something? Or why did I say NASCAR Heat?
no,
Freaking NASCAR 25, whatever that. I'll still call it NASCAR
he
Heat.
just,
Screw you.
he just doesn't like Richmond.
Well, he didn't do OSCC either.
I think he just wants to chill. I think he just wants to. I mean, yeah. I guess, to be fair,
Is he touching grass for once? Is this live on Cheese Food Media? Lyle touching grass?
he's probably touching grass in front of a Wendy's or something like that.
That's probably the only time you'll get him to touch grass.
Just like Alfred Bacon.
If
Hey
the only
Lyle,
thing
if Lyle, if you're watching this, we love you, by the way. Don't kill us. Kill Zach instead or something. I don't know.
Bro, kill me, bro. I'm already dead. Look, that skeleton sitting in a chair trying to figure out all the strategy that was going on. I was like, my brain is fried.
Just to make sure you don't die more, don't look at Josh's average start then.
I already know. I already know. I've seen the projected laps when I checked the fuel as well, and I was not too pleased to see the number on that either. But oh well.
Rainrod has ruined that for us forever. Yeah, there's still a lot of tight points battles going on. The team's championship I think is also very much locked up with Shejidan.
Shejidan, okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure because, yeah, I think it is at least, yeah. There is a Diesel Motorsports is still beating SCR and MCR, man. And I'm pretty sure that's just Josh alone.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I ain't got nothing to say about that, Ray.
Hey, look. All I'm saying is that MCR could probably beat SCR.
I don't even.
Or not.
Who is on SCR? I think the only Chevrolet that ran in this race was Gregory, and then last week the only Chevy was Carl, and neither of them are SCR.
SCR, the SCR lineup is Jolene, who's dead. I haven't seen her in a while, I think. Noah, he hasn't raced the last couple of races. He's probably gonna do Chicagoland maybe. And then I think it's Tingley and Liza Swain. Liza Swain hasn't raced the entire season, and I'm pretty sure Tingley did like after Arya signed him to SCR, he only did 2 races and then died as well.
Dang. Like I remember, like what was it, 2023? You know, IFAR was like popping off like crazy. You know, they were still like doing their like whole like license format. They were getting like 25 cars a race easy. You know, they had it was all like that stuff going on, and
Yeah.
not to say it's like bad now. It's just the attendance is definitely not the same. And I think it's just just sometimes it's just not as out there anymore. I don't know. I really do not know why it isn't getting as much attendance. Like it's basically the only I can't really think why not. I mean, like the setups might be a bit challenging, but
they'll live with challenging setups.
yeah.
There's the only way to get better is driving challenging setups. So I don't know what some people's fear is with that, but
I mean, if you don't want to get good, that's on you, bro. Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, I think maybe things might start going up from the upscale again, maybe for next season in Chicagoland. Most people like those cookie cutter
alright, so
tracks.
we're getting a playoff system now, totally, guys. Yep.
That would be crazy. That's like a bombshell. I'm honestly like as a last resort, I wouldn't be shocked.
I think there would be like freaking just death after that. I think there would just be a lot of fighting after that, and riots and pitchforks.
Well, that's what brought a lot of attendance is all the drama. That's for unfortunately what a lot of like you go to NARL, you got like big attendance because you got big drama. Same with all the other big leagues. People are there for the storylines, not so much I guess the league. I don't know. I don't know. Like some people got different ways of going about it, but I've noticed like little things like that. But I don't think NR as a whole is like the online space is kind of definitely deflating a bit. But I think
People
IFAR
come
just
and
might
go.
I think IFAR just might need a kickstart or something. I don't really know that
I
the
feel like
route
it
on that
will.
would be, but I think it just needs
I
I think
mean,
it's
I
as
know.
fresh as it can get. It's right where it needs to be. I think it just
Yeah.
might
I mean,
might
I
need a
know it's gonna
little.
be. We'll
Yeah.
see what is brought up for next season. I know there's gonna be a poll soon for the drivers to answer, so
Yeah.
we'll see. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. I'll try to be here if I, barring any work issues or other issues, I'll be here for Chicago line. And,
Yeah.
um, I mean, I figured out my tire saving. I think on these 1.5 mile tracks. So if I get in our top five, I'll be happy.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. Yeah. I'd like to try to broadcast this more. It's just work is just a gremlin. Like, the only day, like, I'm closing every day next week except for
Oh,
Friday. So I'm gonna be broadcasting NARL and Essex, and then that's it. Yeah.
damn.
So yeah.
You got the same you got the same syndrome freaking Bryson's having right now, being scheduled to close like every goddamn day.
Yeah. I don't know. I like to try to commit to this job for at least a year, but I kind of prefer opening. Hopefully they kind of do that more often. So I've just kind of been gambling on like whatever my schedule ends up being is where I end up putting myself.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Damn, we really went on a tangent. Oopsies.
It's fair. I mean, it some of those discussions I guess are healthy for figuring stuff out. But yeah, the race is good. The strategy is good.
Yeah, I like this
I thought it
one.
was a good race. But yeah, let's go ahead and close it out. Um, Next week, just Gnarl and Essex. I'm closing at work every other day this week, so probably won't be doing anything other than that. Because Friday's the only day I'm not closing. And then, yeah, IFAR has their finale. I won't be able to broadcast that. If anyone else wants to go for it, have at it. Um, I feel like I need to be saying something else. Oh well. Be sure to like, subscribe. If you didn't enjoy it, be sure to like and subscribe anyway, because screw you. Uh, Fortnite sucks, and yeah.